Hey there, treasure hunters. I'm Gina, mother, teacher, crocheter, theater directing, antique and vintage reseller, wearing the most amazing overalls you've ever seen. So join me as I learn, shop, buy, and sell all the fantastic things while I'm living on Tulsa time. All right, so we are getting ready to head into the Bixby Goodwill, and we are going to see if they have any treasures for us today. So let's see what's in store. Okay, so I didn't start filming until I got to the hard goods, and first thing was I picked that up and checked it out and realized it was plastic. Wasn't mad about it being plastic, but I left it. I wasn't necessarily interested. I am interested in looking at a hair dryer to help me get stickers off of things I buy for resale because I constantly struggle with the sticker residue. I thought the drone was interesting, but didn't even want to bother looking at it. There are a couple of other things that I'm looking for personal use, not resale, but like lamps and things like that for my house. One of the things I'm always on the lookout for are Minion plushies. This went straight into the cart. Not really. I'm not a big fan of the Minions. Part of me is kind of regretting not picking this up. It was $3.99. It was so cute. It was just different nautical knots. I don't know. I put it back. I wasn't sold on it, and so I left it behind. And no good trip to Goodwill would be complete without stopping by the dishes. And my heart here belonged to this Homer Laughlin eggshell Gregorian with this beautiful floral treatment. There was a stack of them, and I don't know, I think they were 99 cents per plate. I didn't pick them up. I needed to avoid. Also, I was looking at these. These were Japanese, also very pretty. And I need to put the plates back. I need to stop with the plates. I did use the camera as a way to look at things on the high shelf. So not only do I use my camera to film, but I also use it to see things that I personally can't reach. Luckily, I had a little help there, and we took a closer look at those dishes. It was a Japanese pattern. They were so cute. Left those as well. I need to calm down on the plates. This little juice glass was sweet with the chicken, with the hen on it, but it was kind of worn. In the clear glass department, I'm always on the lookout for an insert to go inside of my original Gone with the Wind lamp that was converted. It's a B&H. It was converted into electric. It is not a 1970s reproduction, and I'm trying to find the glass insert. I loved the little 1990s mug. I thought about picking it up, but it was a little worn. This was super cute, and part of me, again, I think I might regret leaving this behind. It was 99 cents. I loved the vibe of it. If I was in Florida, I probably would have picked it up, but I don't know how well it's going to do in Oklahoma. I have a problem with mugs. This one made me confused. So do we know anyone named Gail? Aunt and uncle got married on the QE2, and my other aunt's name is Gail, but that was the Queen Mary, not the QE2. So, and then look, ooh, she's sassy because it's her birthday. This is a cute little angel. I was like, nope. I thought those were going to be Gibson because I could tell they were not going to be Fiesta wear, but they were not marked. They definitely weren't Fiesta wear either. This particular Goodwill is where you need to go if you have a pot that needs lids and you don't have the lid. The Goodwill in Glenpool, I think, is where the focus is on shoes. This particular one, I think, is pots and lids. End cap didn't really have much going for it. Look at this fan. Ooh la la. But it was cracked and it was broken. Put it back. The kaleidoscope. Oh, wait. I have to tell you about the Buddha because the Buddha was cute. But he was like a home goods style thing. He wasn't really that fantastic. But I pick up this kaleidoscope right here. And I was like, hey guys, look, check out the kaleidoscope. But this is going to come back later. So don't forget about the kaleidoscope. Okay, remember it. Then I went over and looked at kind of the kitchen bits. See, told you not to forget. So one of my shopping companions there apparently did not know how to use the kaleidoscope. Opened it, got all the glitter on the floor, and then we're blushing. So I thought it was funny. She was embarrassed. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it was funny that she got embarrassed because of it. I just kind of was looking through. Now, this one did have a lot of really cool odds and ends, and I probably could have spent a lot more time, more like meticulously and methodically going through stuff. I picked that up because it's like my red swing line stapler. That is a reproduction, obviously, because it has a made in China sticker for it. And it was missing its back wheel, but I kind of wanted to pick it up to like, hey, look, this isn't real. Kind of looked, I noticed something was in this little drawer, and I thought this little wooden Hawaiian souvenir box, this little trinket box, was beyond adorable. But then the next thing you know is I end up getting very distracted by this box. Oh, no, the Super Spider-Man. But then the box right next to it. We were very confused. It took us a little bit to figure out how to open it. But when we did, we realized it was a vintage sewing box with all of this sewing notions. So we picked it up. Here I am being super silly with the binoculars because I was trying to amuse my shopping buddies, and I think I did a pretty good job. Remember the Alamo? How could you forget? How could you forget a state like Texas? You can't, especially when you are adjacent to said state.
Remember the Alamo?
Some more of my stellar camera work. This thing, I assume, is a candlestick holder. This was a big white thing. I don't know. And again, I'm having my shopping buddy was borrowing her tallness because she was taller than I. So she was able to get some of the things down. Again, just kind of digging through because sometimes you can find some really cute little things or some important things, useful things, what have you. So kind of having to do some digging. It's a nice little journal there. That cow painting, at first I thought was a fish. I wasn't really quite sure. The clock, I was really hopeful. It was indeed a cow. And this is a camera case. I thought this was super cute. I was like, man, I wish I could find what's going to go in here. I picked up the clipboard because we could always use clipboards, and 99 cents is fairly reasonable. It's going to be cheaper than when you can get them at the Dollar Tree. There was a stack of Canadian flags down there that my shopping partner tried to convince me to buy. I did not. I was a little disappointed that that basket had a broken handle. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I could find what is going to go in there. So I tossed it in the cart. Kind of start making our way through. And this is something important. And I want to see, do you see it? Do you see it? Did you see it? You probably didn't. But I want you to remember later because trust me, that's going to come back and be important. And here I am going back and scanning. And I thought that was kind of cool, but this is all going to make a lot more sense in a second. And this video is actually going to end in a very big tragedy. I like a good ice bucket, but I decided not to pick it up. I already have 2 ice buckets and I'm trying to get sold. So I probably did not need to pick up a third, but I did like the red. These little angel bits and baubles. I'm going to tell you, this silver tray was absolutely adorable. It's not sterling or anything like that, but I think it's going to clean up nice, and I think it's going to sell very well because we can stage it like a little vanity. It's a great catch-all tray. So I went ahead and put this one in the cart for sure. This was intriguing. Turns out it is a lid to a box, and I never found the box, but it was very cool looking. So I was like, I'll leave that there. I'm sure somebody can find a use for it. My shopping partner was intrigued by the tiny little boots because apparently tiny people are a novelty to her, I guess. We can never go wrong with a great nativity scene. This one I should have picked up for my friend because Mary is blonde. You can see the cat right there. Again, we're going to get into that. But here I am telling my shopping buddy, like, we can tell that this is going to be an offshore made piece because it's lightweight, and they want things lightweight when they're shipping them from overseas. That was kind of a cool vintage picture frame. I thought that was a sweet little baby, but I have enough angels too. I have a good amount of angels. This little resin boot I thought was interesting, and then you could see my shopping buddy found the nativity painting as well because it caught some eyes. But she was doing a great job, and you can see she is very carefully paying attention to the cat. So don't forget that, because that was chef's kiss. This was super cool. I thought it was kind of interesting. It was a little water jug, grapes. If you know anything about that, and let me know down in the comments, because it was pretty cool. Still doing some more shelf scanning. Sometimes you can find some interesting things, but those cupboards were a little bare, which is weird because usually travel mugs are chock-a-block full of stuff. The binoculars. I was almost about to pick up the binoculars, and it dawns on me now that I bet that it was a pair of binoculars I should have been looking for. The basket was cool. Again, just kind of going through and looking and see if there was anything interesting. My shopping companion found this doll, whereas she is very sweet. There is something a little unsettling about kind of the creepy face. I picked this tin up right here because I do make the crochet blankets that turn into bouquets, and I thought that would work really well. So I'm like, here, look, what do you think? And my shopping companion agreed that yes, that might actually work as a great display for my blankets, or maybe as a companion piece. I would sell it with the blanket. So for 99 cents, I figured, you know what, why not? I'll give it a shot. I'll see if it holds a blanket. This serving tray was super pretty. I love the color scheme. Here's a quick little scan of my cart just to give you an idea of what I have so far. That you can see that sweet little hand painted folk art. So cute. The horse is absolutely adorable on it. Little spice rack. I am looking for kind of some more heavy duty magnetic shelves because one of my booth spaces has a big steel beam that I can magnetize things to. I was like, oh, look how cute this pin was. And I gave that to my shopping companion for her to check out because I thought it would be something she would think was adorable because they are younger than I am. So they're going to have a different perspective of what they like versus what I like. I think those might have actually been the binoculars maybe that fit in that case. Another an ice bucket. I decided, leave it behind. You already have two. And then here comes back again for the third time, the nativity plate. And my second shopping companion, because I had two, was highly intrigued by this one. And I don't know if she got it. I don't think she did, but it was definitely a hot topic. Sorry to make you guys dizzy there for a second. Here is the Mary that she did purchase.
Look at these plates.
So the Gale mug came back because I was showing my shopping buddy. But do you see that chalkware mid-century modern cat right there? That was one of the most exciting finds. I was also explaining to them that this is a great place to get glasses because we all know glasses break. And here's me telling them to the floor as I was picking that up. I was not on my best camera game. I was highly distracted. I think because I had shopping companions, and it made me not focus on my cinematography, so I apologize about that. Looking in the book department, lots of great books. This one had some pretty good stuff. Some of my shopping companions picked up some books, which I thought was pretty cool. So thrift stores are a great place to get books. People always donate them. It's a great place to get them cheap, especially vintage books if you're needing books for decorating, anything like that. Here is their important locked up case. I did know a couple came and bought all those horses there, but there wasn't really anything important. Pillows, a drying rack. Always got to look for the mamas, right? You know we wear the Meemaw dresses, so we always have to do a quick scan for the Meemaw dresses. And that led us right into looking for linens, because I also am always on the lookout for vintage linens. So doing a quick scan, seeing if there was anything that stuck out. Obviously the crochet blanket I had to stop and look at for a second. Again, not really seeing anything, but I was like, ooh, this blanket looks intriguing. I pick it up and holy smokes, it was one of the softest blankets I've ever felt in my life. I made the people next to me come over and feel how soft this blanket was, because it was unbelievably soft. See, I didn't believe it. I needed confirmation that it was the softest blanket they ever felt. So yeah, I was a little disappointed. I thought that was kind of pretty, but I don't need any more blankets. I crochet blankets, but like I said, I am looking for like vintage tablecloths. The Golden Girls clock was absolutely fantastic, but it was missing its pendulum. And this was super cute, very retro. Loved the grandma vibes. I feel like everybody's grandma had one of those in their house. If your grandma didn't, I don't think she was a grandma. I'm going to be honest with you. That, and then the thing that said Jesus, that was also kind of the similar like yarn woven pattern. That was how you know your grandma was an authentic grandma and not a knockoff grandma. I almost thought about picking up this basket. Thought it'd be a really cute little display piece for the booth. But I'm just kind of looking again, seeing if there was anything good, because sometimes treasures can get missed, you know? So you got to be methodical. You got to look at everything. And it's really hard when you're with people and they're distracting. And it was also a very busy day. So again, here's a little quick scan of the cart. This is also the point where I'm making decisions, like what am I putting back? What am I going to keep? I ended up putting that back. It was a base. It played music. But I was like, you know what? I don't need it. But I think my shopping companion kind of liked it. Here I'm doing my due diligence. I wasn't going to get the camera case, so I put it back with the other brown items, as you should, but I did pick up this super cool silver tray that I'm excited about. I want to see how that cleans up, and I want to, you know, try to turn it for a profit. Look at how sweet this is. I recommend hitting pause. You can see how adorable this painting. I love it so much. And there she is, my chalkwater cat. She was almost perfect. She was only missing one eye. You always got to find the Lulu row. It's easy to identify. Just look for the pattern. You will always find it. Okay, so this is kind of getting to the end of the shopping trip, but I am also always on the hunt for overalls. Okay, so I want everybody to get your tissues ready, because it's about to get really sad. Is everybody ready? And there it is. That is the aftermath of me forgetting that I purchased a fantastic mid-century modern chalkware cat and decided to drive apparently like a homicidal, reckless maniac who gave no cares and broke it into 3 pieces. Let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do with this. Should I try to salvage it, or should I just call it a loss? Let me know what you think. Hey guys, I'm sitting out in my car out in front of my house, but before I go inside to pack up some things for shipping, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end. And thank you very much for liking the video, maybe giving me a comment, and even more so, making sure you subscribe and share it with your friends. And maybe we can make something happen with this channel. I appreciate it. And remember, if you feel stupid, you're doing it right.